Miami, and he drove me to New York. And I remember them taking my statement. I remember I remember lying about my age on the first time I told them I was 17 because I was scared. I don't know. I lied. And
Been there, baby.
I remember I wrote the first statement.
Been
I wrote
there.
it and I tried to cover up stuff. But then I told them I had to use the restroom. And they was
Move your
like,
big head.
"No, you can't use the restroom." But before all this happened, they brought Mr. Williams in there because they was like, this is good. You're gonna want to hear this." And then he was like, "Who did this to you?" And I was like, "P Diddy." And I named other people that I was around. And he was all like, "Well, how old are you? Where your name? Where you from?" I lied and I said I was Mexican. I used to say I was Mexican. And I lied and stuff and said I was from Michigan. And like I just made up a whole bunch of different stories.
That's what you do when you're
And
scared.
I end up seizing out. And I told him I had to go to the restroom. They was like, "No, you can't use no restroom until you finish writing." And I ended up writing everything out, which was the truth. And I ended up seizing out. And I remember them rushing me. I remember Mr. Williams was with me the whole time. I remember I was in pain, so my whole body hurt. So I didn't know the difference. They did operations to remove something out of me. I felt the same way I felt before they did the operation. I remember him showing me the video, and I'm like, "That's not me." And it looked like they pulling the fucking intestines out of me.
Oh my
And it
God.
was that pink dildo shit all on it. And he was all, I was like, "That's not," I was like, "Ew, what is that?" I was horrified. And he was like, "This is you. Who did this to you?" And I went on and told him the truth. Diddy did this.
If you can watch this with a
I
straight
remember them having to
face.
sew me up and reconstruct my stuff down there. I didn't go straight home. He said, I can't send her home like this." He waited till that my big eye went down, but I didn't make it back home until October, November. I started the seventh grade, the second semester, and I started with my dad. I lived with him my second semester of school. I lived with my dad. Um,
This girl's talking about starting 7th grade and going through this. If that don't make you wonder. Because I've been through some things.
she gave me, it made me
Entertainment
still be
purposes
numb,
only.
but whatever she gave me,
She said Venom.
it made me coherent. Like I was coherent to everything, but I still couldn't move. You know what I'm saying? And I put it in everything. And I remember Chris Jenner
And she said the Venom.
being mad about it, and I stabbed her on her left side of her shoulder, like right here. This is where I stabbed her right there. And no, it's not allegedly. It really happened.
There you
It
go.
really happened. And I hope by me going live and me telling some stuff that
STAB.
it don't help him
Chris
get off.
Jenner.
You know what I'm saying? Because they saying like, I don't need
Why
to
ain't
talk,
nobody
but
hear
I don't
about
have
that?
no lawyer. I don't have nobody to represent me. And if it was for the money, I would have been and took the money.
All right.
I would have been and took the money.
It's all right, sis. Speak your truth. Speak your truth.
I end up he burned down this building to cover up all the evidence and some more people that was there. Yeah, that's the building he caught talking about because he ended up doing some shit. He slipped, fell, hit his head, and I ended up pulling him out. I wanted to leave him in there, but the power of God told me to do it. And God told me to get him. And I wanted to let that nigga burn. I wanted to let that nigga die. I swear for God, I wanted to let him die. I can't tell you. I wanted to let him die. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Yes, I was young, and yes, I pulled out a grown man out of a burning place. You hear me? And I jogged for the woods, and I was lost in the woods. I died in the woods. God brought me back to life, and I just told God, just please kill me. I don't want to die again, but I'm hungry. I was in the woods. I don't know how long I was in the woods until I made it to the barbed wire fish and beat me up. I was already beat up because before I made it to the woods, they beat the damn dip inside of me. The dip, he made Roger Bonds go by. He told that man go by that deal. They beat that bill dip inside of me, and I don't know. I went to the highway. I made it through the barbed wire fence, and I'm like, damn, I thought I was in the jungle, because they kept telling me you're in the jungle, so I didn't know where the fuck I was at. I'm thinking I done ran away from Africa to America. That's what I'm thinking in my kid mind. You know what I'm saying? And this is how I wrote my police report. This is how the first police report is written.
The Lionel B Show.
And I get to the barbed wire fence. I almost get hit by cars because it's the barbed wire fence. There was the freeway. And I collapsed on these trash bags. And some white man, I think his name was Samson, he picked me up. And he drove me from Miami and took me back to New York. And when I came in there, I would beat the fuck up.